Okay, I think we're live finally. Let me just check here on my computer. So I'm trying to use my GoPro because obviously better quality. I wanted to try it too and see how good it is, which I'm pretty hopeful that is good. Uh, let's see. Oh yeah, okay. I'm watching myself and okay, I think we're live finally. Okay, the audio is good. Just check here on my computer. Sorry for the spam. So I'm trying to use my GoPro. Okay, finally. Let's do this. So basically, I got a couple of things that I wanted to discuss today with you guys. A couple of news, a couple of things I've been working on in the background that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So for all of those that do not know me, my name is Danee Marmolejo, and I'm a professional parkour athlete. I've been training for 15 years. I've traveled around the world doing what I love. Basically, I've been kind of living the dream, doing what I set to do when I was a teenager, right? I had this dream of becoming a professional freerunner and do all the things that I've already done and I'm currently doing in my life. And I think that I've gathered like a bunch of experience and knowledge on the whole topic, and now I feel that it's time to give back to the community, give back to those 15-year-old kids, 10-year-old kids that want to live out parkour and they want to make this their dream, or girls or whoever, you know, and not just maybe be a professional parkour athlete. Maybe they want to be a coach, maybe they want to design structures, maybe they want to create art, they want to create fashion, all these kinds of things that you can do with parkour now, and now it's the best time to do it, guys. So yeah, that is a little bit of who I am and what I'm trying to do with my channel now. Another thing that I wanted to share, and that I'll probably do another video explaining it in Spanish, is that I switched all my content to English now, and I've gotten like a lot of messages, and my engagement has dropped a bit because a lot of my audience is mixed. Actually, if I show you my stats on my Instagram and TikTok and everything, like literally 53% is US and the 47% is Mexico. So my audience is divided in two, but I don't want to create a thing where I'm either or the other, because the way I was brought up, guys, maybe this is something you might not know, or maybe if you know me, you know a little bit about it, but I grew up learning how to speak English since I was like 3 or 4 years old, and I lived in Connecticut with my family for a couple of years. So going back to Mexico was like rewiring in my head, and I've always been like in between being a Mexican and being like my soul and my heart being in America. So it's like super weird. And something that I've realized too is that we live now in a globalized world, and I think it's more valuable to put out there content in both languages. So now I'm trying to do everything I was doing but now in English, so I can have a broader audience and have more people reach out and understand what I'm doing. And also, I'm gonna try to subtitle and make this same video in Spanish. So this live stream that is happening right now in English, I'm probably gonna record it again in Spanish so everyone can understand. Why am I doing this? First off, I think it's really important to be able to breach boundaries. So much so that at some point I'm gonna keep learning and practicing more my French, and I want to open my third language in my channel. So maybe I'll speak French in the future. This is because I want to reach as much people as possible, and with the knowledge and the tools that I have, that I've gathered throughout my life, I want to give it back. So instead of just making content in Spanish like I used to, now I'm gonna do it generally in English, and I'm gonna try to translate it and subtitle it in other languages so more people can join in, because I know like a lot of people in Mexico are a little bit upset that I'm doing everything in English now and they don't understand. But here's the thing, I also believe that if you can create content in both languages where you can see and translate it, that will help you to learn another language, which is super important in parkour. Because if you want to travel, if you want to go around doing flips and stunts and everything around the world, wherever you want to, believe me, you really want to get some tools under your belt so you can speak various languages and communicate with locals or with whoever you're going to train with, right? So something that's helped me a lot is actually knowing how to speak English and being able to communicate with people around the world. And I feel that more people in Mexico and in Spain and maybe Brazil and all this Spanish and Portuguese speaking countries, they would actually benefit from learning English. So when they go out and train in the gyms, they can actually talk to their idols and be like, hey man, like you inspire me, and not just like stand there like, because I've seen that happen, being like people close to me being like, hey, I really want to hang out with this guy or like say this to this guy, but I don't know English, so I had no way to like express that. So can you help me translate? And I'll be, yeah, sure, I'll help you. And it's something that I think that in parkour, the more tools you have, the better you are at what you want to achieve, right? So having like language, skills, vision, being able to speak out and communicate with others, right? It's a lot of different tools that not just come down to jumping. So one of the things that I really want to really focus on right now is the future of my channel and how can I reach the most amount of people with my knowledge. And that's why I made a couple of things for it. So one of the first updates I want you guys to know is that I'm starting my Patreon, and it's something that I've been trying to like get together for the longest time, but unfortunately I feel that it was not the right time. I think I still was a little bit immature in how I want to approach it, because if I'm gonna ask for people to help me with some subscription money or whatever, I really want to give back something that's valuable for the people out there, right? So basically what I came up with is, it's not like it's not your regular Patreon where you just go to see like exclusive clips and content like that. It's more so like a little Zen like tempo where we'll help you discuss, I'll help you discuss what things you need to do in order to achieve certain goals that you have, be them physically or skill wise, being professionally for your professional parkour career, being for education purposes, being for motivation, being for helping you overcome a fear and try to approach it the safest way possible. Because here's the thing, there's a lot of information and videos and exposure of parkour out there now these days, but what I see lacking is actual experience and knowledge being thrown out there, where people can actually get some value out of it and learn what they can do to improve their careers or their whole parkour journey, right? So the only way I feel that this will work is if I can actually put my whole energy and time into working for you guys, than just trying to figure out something else and wasting my time here and there trying to edit video and content, not finish it on time and all that. I don't like that. So if I could have actually a means to just put my whole energy and effort into doing this, we can definitely get this off the ground and start flying with all these ideas that I have and all the things that I can bring to the table too. So first of all, like some couple of things that I want to deliver in this Patreon is obviously video calls. So that's gonna be super important, because I'm gonna give you guys the option to have a video call, a weekly video call, so we can like discuss what you guys are up to and like tell me what you want to do or what your fears or what the challenges that you find, and like figure out a way to overcome them, or just general advice on what to do with if you get like a job and you don't know how to discuss the payment, or how to reach to the sponsor, or how to build your website and create this also marketing side of things, which I'm really good at too. We can also discuss those things. So basically this video call will allow you to have a direct line with me so we can discuss all of this, right? Second thing, I'm gonna give you some advice on your training and your career, right? This, I'm not saying that this is a guarantee that it's gonna change your whole life, but at least we'll point you in the direction that if you put the hard work, you will actually make a change in your life and in your career, right? So it's super important knowing where you're standing and knowing what the processes are around that in order to get to where you want to get, right? Being an art of motion winner, being a stuntman, being an artist, being this or that, right? Like, we'll figure out a plan for you to follow and comprehend, and within your means too, and so you can step by step get to that goal, right? Because here's the thing, something that's really interesting in parkour when I was growing up is that because I wanted to be a professional parkour athlete, that meant if you say that, I think nowadays it just means really broad things, right? You can be specialized in stunts, you can specialize in YouTube and social media and being an icon there. You can specialize on being like a really good teacher, right? I'm here in Denver, Colorado, so you guys know Ryan Ford. He specializes in that and people know him because of that. Or maybe you want to focus more in creating your team or your like merch or stuff like that, and that way you're kind of like more into that Team Farang kind of outlook, right? So hey, meow meow, sorry, my cat got distracted. So basically I'll give you guys a little roadmap and a blueprint that you could follow depending on what you want to accomplish. Also, it can be tricks and moves like that too, and upgrade your skill level. We'll find a way to make that happen. Your skill level, we'll find a way to make that happen, and that way you can also have a blueprint, even if you get lost at any point, you know where you're going, so you actually can keep a track on your career. The third thing I want to also add is that I'm gonna be making new merch. I started some merch a couple like 5 years ago, 4 years ago. People really liked it. They still ask for me those t-shirts up to this date. Maybe I'll do another rerun from those, but for now those are like the first one and the special edition, and a couple of like close friends still have one of those, so maybe you can ask them, ask Jan Lobito. So anyway, also with this new merch, I'm trying to make new designs and trying to now get my whole graphic designer part out of me, because if you guys don't know, like, I studied integral design, and you will say like, what's that? Integral design is basically graphic design, industrial design, marketing, fashion design, jewelry design, all these kinds of designs put together in a comprehensive way. So I've always been a creative kind of guy. That's the only reason why I was able actually to sell my persona and create my profile and merchandise, and like, not merch, my whole marketing behind me to actually get the jobs that I had and like grow my career, right? So now with all that, I want to create pieces of clothing that is just personal merch that I want to share with you guys, because they all have a meaning and there's a reason behind them. So I think that's gonna be really cool. And obviously, if you join the Patreon at some tier, you'll get the new rerun of the shirts every single time. You'll be the first in line to get them, because I think nowadays it's super important to support also your creators, not only what they're creating on their music or their videos or their content on social media, but also their physical things that you can wear, right? Like for example, right now I literally just got this sweatshirt from one of my favorite bands, Suicide Boys, and I feel this is more valuable to me than anything other I could buy in Chanel or Dior or Armani or whatever kind of like high class expensive t-shirt store, sorry. Because it means something. It means this is not just only a cool thing to wear, but it's also I'm supporting my artist that I really love and I really enjoy and that I feel proud of wearing. Not only so, I actually have my Dom Tomato Dominate t-shirt here. See? And I love this t-shirt. I love this t-shirt. It's super simple. It has a little print here and it's super simple, but the fact that I was able to pay someone for a piece of merch that I can wear and feel cool and also help them support, I think it's the best thing. And I think nowadays it's even more common to do so than when I was growing up. Growing up, you would get some merch here and there from some bands, but even then, like sending stuff to Mexico was super expensive. So buying one piece of merch from one of my artists or whatever will be like even pricier than going and buying like 5 t-shirts. So nowadays it's not like that, you know. Sorry, need to drink a bit of coffee. Okay, so yeah, nowadays it's super easy with Amazon and all of these other places to just sell it and send it everywhere, honestly, anywhere in the world. And I want to give a huge shout out to my agency, Intención Deportiva, that they put together the factory and all the pieces, and the whole store system is going to be live in a couple of weeks or maybe a month, so we can start selling those, and that way you guys can get everything delivered as soon as possible. I still don't have a launch date for the merch. I still have to get the first printed version here in Denver, but they're shipping it pretty soon. And then from there, if I like how it looks and everything, we'll approve it and then start launching it, like selling it everywhere. Okay, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. For the Patreon, I want to launch the Patreon on next Sunday, on the 20th. So the next video vlog that I'm gonna post, I'll have the link there, and I'll explain a little bit more further all the tiers and whatnot. So if you guys are interested, you can join in, and then we can both like start creating content, because I have a list of ideas. I want to share some videos and special videos on there. Also, they're gonna be like my vlogs and videos that I post on YouTube. They're gonna be a little bit longer because it's the director's cut. So there's a couple of things that you will not see in YouTube, and that you can only access on the Patreon. So you'll get that, and you'll also get like I said, the pre-sale for the merch, and all the video calls and advice for your career and your future in parkour. So I think it's a pretty solid deal. We'll figure out the pricing. I'll tell you guys the pricing next week. And yeah, basically that's about it. Thanks to everyone supporting me. Honestly, it's been like a really rough 2 to 3 years since the pandemic. I feel like a lot of parkour athletes, a lot of people, we've like had like really rough times, but now I think it's time to reinvent ourselves and try something new and try to figure out what we actually want to do, because we live in times of uncertainty. We live on times that we cannot reassure anyone that you'll have a future tomorrow, right? So make as much as we can from today and start doing the projects we want to start doing today, not postpone them until it's the right time. So yeah, guys, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. If you left a comment, I'll read the comments. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much.